Thank you for joining us this noon. I'm Erica Lopez. Right now we're following breaking news in one of the most high-profile murder cases in the state. An autopsy released today shows Suzanne Morphew's cause of death is homicide. The mom of two went missing in Chaffee County in 2020, and her remains were discovered 3 years later. 9 News reporter Marc Sallinger has been following the case since the beginning and joins us now with these breaking details. Hey, Marc.
Hey, Erica. The report from the coroner's office says Suzanne Morphew had several sedatives and tranquilizers found in her bones. They're drugs that would usually be used to tranquilize animals. That's a major development in this case because prosecutors have alleged for years that her husband, Barry Morphew, shot her with a tranquilizer before killing her. Barry Morphew was arrested in 2021 while his wife was still missing. Then the murder charges against him were dropped just days before the case was set to go to trial. At this point, Barry is a free man and is not facing any charges. The autopsy report confirms that Suzanne was found with her bike clothing in a shallow grave in Saguache County. Investigators believe that she went on a bike ride on Mother's Day of 2020 and never returned. Barry's attorneys spoke only to 9 News this morning. They're defending him, saying he's innocent, arguing that anyone could have shot her with a tranquilizer.
Barry Morphew is innocent and he could not have killed his wife. She got up the morning of Mother's Day, had her cup of coffee. That is now confirmed with the autopsy report. Also confirmed with the autopsy report was that she put on her bike clothes, and we know where the bike was found. So she was on a bike ride and abducted. The tranquilizer that was found in her bones, allegedly, is a very common animal tranquilizer that could be used on farms or by hunters, which are people that are very prevalent in that area in Salida.
Barry's attorney also tells us that a bullet was found in the shallow grave near the town of Moffett, where Suzanne was located. At this point, we don't know where the case goes from here, though. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation confirms they continue to investigate, though they won't say if there is currently a suspect or suspects in this case, Erica.
And that's kind of the big question top of mind. We were just chatting about this in the break. Of course, this is a really big deal. Is Barry a suspect? Does this bring him back into the picture, Marc?
I asked Barry's attorneys this morning, is Barry a suspect, point blank? And they said they don't know. They haven't been told yes or no whether he's a suspect. An interesting part of this, the coroner's office gave Barry and his daughters the opportunity to go get Suzanne's remains and bring them home. I'm told by his attorneys that his attorneys told him, don't do that. We don't know if you're still a suspect in this case.
Wow.
At this point, her remains are still at the coroner's office.
Okay, certainly some questions. I know you're going to continue to break this down throughout the day on 9 News at 4, 5, and 6.
Exactly.
All right, Marc, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. All lanes of southbound I-25 south of I-70 are back open after a crash turned into a car fire this morning. Y'all, this was such a wild scene. We watched that vehicle just become engulfed in flames during the morning commute. Massive plumes of smoke you can see as well. Again, a wild scene on southbound I-25 during the thick of things. It was right around the Park Avenue exit. It did cause major delays. Hopefully you weren't stuck in them this morning. Denver police do say thankfully no one was hurt. People and students at Denver's Auraria campus are still protesting in support of Palestinians. Today marks day 5 of gatherings at the Tivoli Quad. 9 News reporter Briana Clark is live there right now. Briana, a walkout is actually scheduled to start right now.
Yeah, Erica, and we're seeing a lot of students actually heading here to the rally behind me. It has definitely grown in these last few minutes since students got out of class at noon. This is actually their first full week of classes, or last rather full week of classes until finals begin, followed by graduation. So a lot of this is going on in the middle of some really important study time. As we told you over the weekend, 40 people were arrested here on Friday because of trespassing. These tents, we're told they're not supposed to be here. It's actually against campus policy. No arrests were made over the weekend, but I am told that several students actually slept here overnight. Every tent was full. And one protester tells me, unless change happens now, they will be here again tonight.
We are prepared to stay here for as long as necessary for the campus administration to hear our demands and not just say, oh, clear the encampments and we might give you a talk. We want our demands heard and met, and we are ready to stand firm on that until it's done.
Yeah, and those demands are to divest out of interest in Israel. So in a statement, campus leaders say that they support the right to peaceably protest, But because this encampment is against school policy, they are now calling this an unlawful assembly. I'm told police continue to keep an eye on the area, keeping health and safety their top priority. We're looking around right now, haven't seen any, maybe seen one campus security guard, haven't seen any Denver police officers, so we are keeping an eye on this and see if anything develops. Live in Denver, Briana Clark, 9 News.
Briana, we're hearing those cheers behind you. Of course, that rally is ongoing. I know you've talked to a couple students out there. What is kind of the energy and the vibe you're getting? It does seem like it's peaceful out there.
Oh, it's very peaceful. Actually, when we got here, there were students gathering, playing guitar, listening to music. We have a baby here. There's dogs, families. It's really peaceful. The only noise that you're hearing is just a drum and people chanting and cheering.
All right, Briana, we really appreciate you breaking that down for us. Thank you so much. Right now, we want to take a live look at the Loveland Ski Resort this hour. Some people, they're taking advantage of the snow, still lingering, getting those last few turns in, with some of those runs staying open for a couple more weeks. We know the mountains have continued to get snow, so been a pretty good idea for them staying open through May 12th. This weekend, though, was wet in the metro area. We're looking at video from Saturday afternoon, the Cherry Creek bike path near our station here at Spear and Logan. It was pretty flooded out there from all of the rain. Pretty soppy mess, Chris Bianchi, for folks that were in town this weekend. But we're on the other side of that sunshine, blue sky, as we can see in those cameras behind you.
Yeah, we got that sunshine now here, Erica. We're reaping the rewards of not only all that rain and the cloud cover and the sunshine now, but also, I'll just say anecdotally, a lot of lawns out here across the Denver area looking very green, and this is good news for the next couple of weeks or so that should hopefully keep that fire danger mostly in check. So it's warm and dry for today and tomorrow, and the mountains could get a few snow showers tonight. Breezy, especially tomorrow, but maybe a bit breezy today as well, and then storms likely for us Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Temperatures right now, we're already up to 62 for us here in Denver, 70 in Ray, 68 Lamar, and the mountains were mostly in the 40s and the 50s right now. And highs today, we should get up to around 68 degrees for us, seasonally mild, few degrees above our seasonal average high of 64 for us here in Denver. Highs today running a couple degrees above average here on the eastern plains, and will be actually a little bit cloudier and a bit closer to average for us in the mountains. Now, starting to see a few snow showers develop for us here along and north of I-70, also out by the flat tops as well. The main bulk of the energy out here into the Wasatch Mountains. This will push east as we head through the next couple of hours. That means we could get a quick clap of thunder and maybe a burst of snow for us above 9,000 feet in elevation along and north of I-70. But for us here in Denver, we stay dry, but the next couple of days, we've got some shower and storm chances for us Wednesday and also for the end of the week. I'll detail those for you coming up in my full forecast.
Chris, thank you so much. Tonight, the Nuggets could win the series against the Lakers. We're all rooting for them. They had the chance to sweep on Saturday night, but they lost. It was a pretty close game, all things considered. They're back at Ball Arena tonight for Game 5. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. And the Avs are headed back to Winnipeg for Game 5 against the Jets tomorrow. They also have a chance to win the series. Puck drop is at 7:30. Billie Eilish is coming back to Ball Arena. She just announced this morning her new world tour, Hit Me Hard and Soft. She'll be here in Denver November 19th and 20th. That's a Tuesday and a Wednesday, so school nights for us. Pre-sale tickets go on sale tomorrow. General ticket sales start this Friday, and then her new album of the same name of her tour, Hit Me Hard and Soft, drops on May 17th.